Victor, Victor, here's the good news. Here's the big difference at impact over here, the new blue on our right versus the old gold on our left. This is the first swing from our lesson the other day. And then we got right into it. I said, Victor, I bet you could make that look great right from the very start. So sure enough, look how much more steady and stable your upper body is through impact there, as opposed to that through impact. And this was the first practice swing you did with that. Even better. Beautiful. So you can see why you and I were enjoying that so much. And then from this angle, this was the first swing also. Again, look how fantastic the path from the club and the shaft are there through downswing. But also another thing we notice is right here, remember I drew this line on your shaft near the club head, and you see how there's that bend in the shaft because you've gotten stronger. So we're thinking that indeed all shafts are going to have a little bit of that curve. But I'm saying part of that bend is because, yeah, those shafts probably need to get stiffened up for you. That'll just help the ball flight all the better. But this was the main good news here from that lesson the other day, Victor. To see that upper body be all the more stable. Also, it felt like a smaller swing to you, and yet the ball was going about 80 or 90% of your normal distance. Man, that looks good. So these are just more swings from that same lesson, Victor. Boy, that looks great. Very, very nice. Remember how consistent the solid contact was happening as you were doing this. And how, again, there was plenty of distance on these shots. So it's a beautiful look, Victor. Absolutely beautiful, especially if we compare it to a couple months ago. See, I was looking pretty good back in June. Remember, this is when you were really starting to play well, and that's part of the reason you were playing well. And yeah, in fact, I think, this was about a month before, I got to see you down there at Kearney Hill. But see how that looks closer to what you're seeing today. It's right there when the school season started, when you kind of were over-correcting, you were shifting your weight onto your front foot too much. Yeah, and you really start shifting your weight way forward, and that's when the ball flight started to get a little more inconsistent. But this over here on our left, that new blue, Victor, that's a beautiful look there, man. Instead of getting too far out in front of it like you were on that old gold there back at the beginning of August through the school season. This should be a lot of fun to be hitting balls like this all winter, Victor, and really turn into some great stuff next spring and summer. Thanks. See you soon.
Hi, this is Joel. I'm here at Dr. Todd Elworth's office. He's one of the best chiropractors in the region. He's a TPI certified golf fitness professional, and I really want you to know about him because he can help you a lot with your golf fitness, just as he's helped my young student Taylor here in the last year or so.
How we met, Taylor came into my office with back pain. Basically, what we took him through is numerous screens to find out why he had the back pain. I don't only treat back pain, but my second goal is to find out exactly why he has this problem. So we analyzed him, we find out he has some certain weaknesses, we put him on some strengthening exercises, and he's doing very well.
He's done great. He's had very little back pain, and that's mainly because he injured himself working too hard at the golf course. So he's done his exercises, he's felt great. I'm very, very thankful that Todd's been able to help Taylor in this great way. And I want him to help you too if you have any questions at all about your golf fitness.
Thank you.
Thank you. This is Joel Suggs. I sure enjoyed meeting you down at the Cincinnati Golf Show this weekend and showing you your swing on the 2D equipment that I have. And so I want to take about 2 or 3 minutes to just show you around Meadowlink. This is the studio I use in the winter for all my students. You see there's the down-the-line camera angle for our 2D equipment, and then we have the face-on camera angle also, and then what we also have here is 3D equipment to where I can show you your swing from 6 different camera angles with this 3D equipment, and we can get your swing from down to the 1/120th of a second in terms of exactly what your hips, shoulders, and hands are doing in the swing. And then also, I have the most realistic hitting curve I've ever seen from puttersedge.com. So when you hit your full shot, it feels as realistic as possible. And then I have 3 different green speeds for you to practice your putting. 9.5 on the stem meter, 10.5 on the stem meter, and 12.5 on the stem meter. That's benefited my students tremendously. And then also I have a lot of learning aids like this Smart Stick. You can see the rest of those learning aids over here in my bag that we can work on to help you learn the certain fields in the golf swing that you and I both want. And then also I help my students a lot with their equipment through the winter. This is a frequency analyzer where we twang your club and it gives us a reading here. And then also we plot your whole set, each club on these lines to see if the set is really matched or not. Quite often they aren't, and it helps my students tremendously when they find out what clubs are the offending clubs. Then if we get tired of being indoors and we want to go outdoors and hit some, we can do that. It's my daughter. Ellie, good to see you. I haven't seen her in weeks. No wonder you've been gone, Ellie. You've been out here playing in the snow all this time. But this is our natural turf area. This is closed until April, as you can see. But it's a fantastic area where we can step outside and hit some balls and get some real ball flight. Or, if we get pretty satisfied and things are looking better on the video here, we're kind of cooped up inside and want to go outside, we can step on out and hit balls and see real ball flight for about 5 or 10 or 15 minutes, however long you and I can stand the cold, out into the air, and we see them land at these different flags. I have a yardage book for this driving range. It's the first one I've ever seen in my life where we know exactly what it is with the front, back, and middle of each green. And again, the covered area here is heated, so we stay out there for about 5, 10, 15 minutes, like I said. It enables us to see some ball flight, and then we get satisfied that things are looking the way we want, and we come back inside, take off our coat, and look again at the video equipment to see how your swing's looking, to make sure that you understand it. And then notice too, my exercise ball up top here, and then also, so I help my students a lot with their fitness through the winter, and then I will help you also with your sports psychology, with your golf psychology from the golfpsych.com people down in Texas. That's helped my students tremendously a lot over the years too. So again, I sure enjoyed meeting you down at the Cincinnati Golf Show this weekend. I look forward to seeing you again out here this summer at Meadowlinks, or even right now in the winter. I have a lot of people that work on their games with me right through the winter. Check out more information about the things I do to help you at joelsuggs.com. Take care.